Hey, it's Nova Scotia Thomas. So here we are in Canada Day at the old burying ground in Halifax. So yeah, there's some interesting graves here. It's right across there. If you're not going to see the bushes, but yeah, the St. Mary's Basilica is over there, so it's right next door. Yeah, like it's easy to see because of this monument. So this monument is erected in memory of military Captain Parker, who both were perished during the Crimean War. So yeah, so that's like a memorial of someone who people died for fighting in Crimea for the British Empire. But yeah, lots of pictures in Halifax. Hey there. But yeah. So like there are some rules, of course, come behavior playground. Like, yeah, basically don't lay on the stones or step on them or sit on them or anything like that, because these are like old gravestones. You do want to preserve them. But yeah, like one thing interesting about this place is that there are pirates buried here. Like Nova Scotia was actually they had a legal pirate trade here. I'm not even joking. So if you're American watching the States, guys who would raid your coast would be based out of Nova Scotia, and some of them are probably buried here, and they were considered honorable and respectable citizens. The rules were, so long as you only attacked the enemies of the British king and paid a tax on your treasure, you basically got to keep your treasure, and you got to be a legal pirate. So yeah, so privateers here. So Captain Ebenezer Harrington, in memory of Ebenezer Harrington, who departed his life on August 12th, 1812, age 52. He was killed on board his schooner Chubb. So like, yeah, so there's lots of pirates here and everything. So yeah, so there's some things to talk about the War of 1812. So when Canada/British Empire fought the United States, FYI, yes, we Canadians do say we won that war. Because one thing, we're not part of Canada, right? We're not part of the USA right now. If the USA had won, I'd be an American citizen at the moment. But yeah. So around here, I'm not sure I can find that grave. Captain Harrington. I'd like to see who he is, but yeah, like there are a lot of old gravestones here, but there is one tomb. I think it's this one over here, because I remember I was at an event I was here in 1812, and sorry, not 1812. I wasn't alive in 1812. Yeah, tips for me on health advice. I'm well over 200 years old, and I'm still going and making YouTube videos. But yeah, like I think it's this one right here actually. So strong connection with 1812. Let me see if I can. I think it's this one, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll ask someone. Yeah, so you're listening to those bagpipes, that's because it's Canada Day here. So yeah. Yeah, and right over there is Province House. Like, it's technically the Royal Palace in Nova Scotia. Let me see, I got some people here. I'm not going to put them on YouTube camera because, like, I can't do that without permission. But, excuse me. Do you know which grave here is General Ross's?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Just making a YouTube. I'm making a YouTube video. I won't put you on camera unless you want. I try not to do that, but yeah. Thanks so much. So people here working grounds are helping me find General Ross's grave.
It's that tall crypt right over there that's like shooting up.
Oh, that one. Thanks. I thought it was another one, so thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Okay, so I made a mistake. I got the wrong grave. So it is not this grave. Not this grave. That's General Ross's. It is, however, this one right here. So this So just for visual aid, it's the one that's sticking up like a sore thumb. That sticks up from all the others. So just give you another view of it, so you can yeah, so it's the one so I'll get my finger on camera. Let's see, where's that finger? There it is. So that one right there that I'm pointing at, that's General Ross's grave. So we're going to that right now. Keep your eye on it. Kind of keep it in line in camera. So what is so special about General Ross? Well, okay, so if you're an American watching this, prepare. You may not like this guy. So if you're ever going to Washington D.C., you can see some scorch marks on the White House. You can see some scorch marks on the White House because it was burnt in the War of 1812 by British/Canadian troops in retaliation for the burning of York, present-day Toronto. They were not happy, so they stole the president's dinner. They ran off, took off. They drove, and they went to the Congress. They had a mock vote, and they voted to pass a resolution to burn down Washington, D.C., and they torched the place. The Congress, the White House, everything. And they took a bunch of treasures and personal effects of the president as well. General Ross is the general who oversaw that, and yeah, he's kind of like if you're an old school Canadian, know your Canadian history, and you're good Canadian, if you're like a conservative Canadian nationalist and you actually know your history, and are not into like this American libertarianism, which I'm not, by the way. Like, it's pretty unpopular here. American libertarianism can be pretty unpopular, especially in this part of the country. You love General Ross. Like, he is like your country. He that was the war that really forged the different people in Canada together as like a cohesive unit, because Britain was fighting over Napoleon Europe. We were kind of on our own. We had British generals, but we wanted to stay loyal to the crown. We did not want to be part of the United States, and they were trying to force us to join, and we said no, and we almost took over the whole USA. But yeah, so this is General Ross's tomb. See some of the inscriptions on it. And like, there are people still who appreciate his memory. There's actually some like old dead flowers here. Actually, now I think of it, no, he wasn't Catholic, but just a little flower here. Generous to General Ross the Lord. Yes, picked the wrong thing. There, much better. Generous to General Ross the Lord, and petrish upon him. May his soul and the souls of all the faithful ones Christ peace. Amen. Pater nostro qui es in celis, sanctificationem tuum, fiat voluntas tua, panem nostrum quotidianum de nobis hodie, veni nobis debita nostros, in nostra Christium, semus malum. Amen. Se panem Domus cum benedictus, benedictus fortis venus tu Jesus, sanctum meum Deo pro nobis peccatoribus. Amen. Rescue him, Lord, petrish upon him. May his souls and the souls of all the faithful Pater God rest in peace. Amen. General Ross wasn't Catholic. I think it was Anglican, if I recall correctly. But I'm traditional Catholic, so I'll pay my respects. I hope he'd appreciate the fact that someone's showing some honor and respect. So yeah, this is General Ross, Canadian war hero. So he's a Canadian war hero, and like, if you know your Canadian history and take pride in Canada, you will love General Ross. And up until Trump said that we burnt the White House, we actually did claim as a country, yeah, we're the guys who torched the place, and we were not sorry. Just love Americans now, by the way. Well, we just don't want you to take us. We just don't want you to take us over. Is kind of like the main thing. But yeah, so this is on Canada Day, the old burying ground. It's on the corner of Spring Garden and Barrington Street. It's nice. I'd say quiet, but you hear all the noises of the city. But it's like a nice place. It's a nice place to be. So happy Canada Day, everyone.